Alrighty. So, game audio looks like it's good. Mic audio looks like it's good. Let's just bring up the YouTube preview here, make sure that's sounding good. And there we go. We are good to go. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it. It's the end of the week. Weekend is here. Time to kick back, put your feet up, turn on some MCOC, and let's roll. Hope you all are doing well. Hope the day found you well. Welcome to the stream. It is going to be a casual 1 to 5% milestone grind continuation tonight. From what I saw today for the initial results, it looks like 15 mil is the cutoff for the 6 to 11%, and about 20 mil is the cutoff for 1 to 5%. So difference there is about 1,000 5-star shards and 100 6-star shards, which is nice. And that's what I'm going for. But before I get too far along here, I want to take a moment and welcome the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Always a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipes. So be sure to hit that notification bell and stay on top of stuff as it is uploaded. And we'll go from there. Stream's off to a great start here. Already got flagged by YouTube for a bit rate is lower than the recommended value. So things start buffering for you guys. Apologize about that. Just gonna let the internet and the YouTubes figure its life out a little bit. But from the top, Brian, what's up, bud? It's time. It's go time. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? What the heck is MCOC? I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's this like new thing that's just been around, and it's a magical device, is what it is. It's a magical device, and it's magical because as soon as you turn it on, immediately just hours of your life disappear. I have no idea how they do it. It's absolutely mind-boggling, the science behind it. But yeah, I mean, you just turn it on and then poof, there you go. A couple hours just disappear. Modern marvel, I'm sure. Supersonic stopping in saying, hey, Rob. Well, hey, Supersonic, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am playing suboptimally against Killmonger here. All I really gotta do is just get some neurotoxins on him, and that's gonna do the work for me. Yep. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Bait stopping in saying, sup? Well, what's up back at you, bud? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brung saying, you like jazz? I do like jazz. Smooth, cool jazz, preferably. Probably it's very good technology. It is. It's cutting edge. It's developed in the deep, dark recesses of someone's lab, and only recently now is seeing the light of day. They made a killing at CES last year when they debuted it, and it's about ready to go live on the New York Stock Exchange. So they've already pre-sold a bunch of shares, and they're looking to make about anywhere between $300 and $400 million on the initial IPO. And I do realize I just said initial. We'll just roll with it. We'll just roll with it. Yo, what is up, PC? Finally. PC stopping in to Rob vonShoe's stream. What is good, bud? Happy Friday. What's new? What's the latest and greatest? How did the week treat you? Bronx says, do you want to hear a joke? I love jokes. If it's a knock-knock joke, you get extra points. Supersonic, All good. Doing some Cav so far. Got a solo on Cosmic on Space Ghost with Torch, Doom, Mags, and Quake. In comparison to last month, where all my solos were with Gilly 99. See, there you go. Mixing it up a little bit. I still have yet to do Cav difficulty myself. Still have yet to do that. It's on the to-do list. I did an initial clear of the first quest, but right now I'm still slogging through uncollected. Like if I need to just burn some energy, yeah, just jump into uncollected, knock out a path for the last section, go from there. I'll probably get to Cavalier next week maybe, just to do it and get it over with. But in all likelihood, I may wind up just waiting till the end of war season, because we've got 11 days left of war season, and I think 18 days left for the quest, so that leaves a week to just burn through all of that, so I think that's an option. What color is a carrot? I remember this one. Most carrots we know are orange, sometimes yellow, but perchance is it purple? Doink. And zappy zappy zap. When you download MCOC, your life instantly shortens by 5 years and your stash mysteriously empties. Yes. Yes, it does. It's like one of those things. It's like, what was it? It was one of the fables or something, right? You prick your finger and that little drop of blood or whatever immediately binds you to the contract. I think that's what it is. I'm scared to look up and see exactly how long the playtime is through the App Store. I don't want to know. I did the math I think it was earlier this week or late last week. I forget which already. Time just blends together. Where it's, where I can look it up right now. I have, that's right, almost 370,000 PvP fights won. 370,000 PvP fights won. Now, if you do the math, where each one of those fights is about 30 seconds, which is pretty low. It's pretty low. But even just saying it's 30 seconds. Over the course of the last 5.5 years, that is approximately 121 days, I think, of playtime. So, yes, that is quite a bit of time. But that's how I justify it. It's over 5 years, so that's not that bad, right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But that's just PvP, guys. That's just PvP. There's also quests. There's all the PvP fights that you have fought and you lost. All the time in Alliance War and Alliance Quest. Time just playing champs just for the sake of playing. It's a good bit. It is a good bit. Cav this month was a lot harder than last month. I believe that. I really got a kick out of how they made Red Goblin deliberately Doom-proof. They're like, yeah, we know you could use Doom, and Doom is like the ideal counter for Red Goblin, but no. They may as well have just created a node that says just Doom loses. If you use Doom, you die. That's it. End of story. He gets KO'd. What was my first champion after Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Colossus? I don't remember. I don't remember the first 2-star. I do remember that the first 3-star I got out of Arena was World War II cap. No, OG cap. One of the caps. Pretty sure it's OG cap. And I thought that was so cool. Getting a 3-star. I'm like, holy cow. Now, I have no idea when that arena was off the top of my head relative to when I started. I think it was within the first like month or two. I like how this is a rank 3 Doom. And I'm intentionally throwing the special 2 into his aura, and he's just retaliating and does no damage. He comes in, slaps me around a little bit for just no damage. You know what would be really cool, though, drawing it, especially just stemming off from what you were saying, is if somewhere it says the date that you pulled the champion initially. So you don't need to keep track of all the different sig levels and all that nonsense, but like the first time you pull the champion, that's where it pops up. That'd be pretty cool. What was the year you started the game? Well, the game came out 2014, and I'd say I'd started, I think it was what? Well, it came out like November, December 2014, right? So it would have been early 2015 that I started playing. Because the game was out for about 5 months before I finally gave in and started playing. Because my buddy was like, dude, this game is so cool. It's got Marvel characters, and it's like Street Fighter kind of. And I'm like, oh, hey, that's nice. You know, like one of those things that you just say to people to, like, be happy and be supportive and go along with it, but you don't really have any interest in it. It's like, yeah, cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. And then I just never did. But, because he's my buddy and he knows, he kept it up. And then it's like, all right, finally, I'm just going to download this thing. I'm going to play it. I'm going to shut you up. I'm like, yeah, cool, dude. That's fun. Now stop bugging me. And then, you know, I downloaded it and I played it and I actually liked it. So I'm like, son of a gun. Fast forward 6 years, here we are. Almost 6 years, 5.5 years. Here we are. Still playing the same game, still slapping people in the face until they don't get back up again. Now just doing it with 16 extra pages worth of description on their kit. And the rest is history. Stop purifying stuff. Just go away. Silly sparkles. That gate where if you have Doom on your team, all your units get drained from your account. Yeah, kabammed. Mr. Amazing stopping in saying hello, everybody. Well, hello, Mr. Amazing. Good to see ya. Alright, guys. PP is requesting that we all collectively say the proper moniker for Cosmic Ghost Rider. Space Ghost. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm sticking with Space Ghost. Because for one, it works. It works. It's easy enough to say. Plus, it's a fun enough callback to the character, the Hanna-Barbera character. And if you don't know who Space Ghost is, originally he was just like a Hanna-Barbera version of a superhero, right? So he goes on like these silly, fun adventures. Very 60s-ish. Dude basically is like barely copyright infringement Batman, design-wise. Anyway, fast forward a few decades to the mid-late 90s. They dug up the Space Ghost character and then just like riffed on him a little bit. Gave him his own sit-down talk show program called Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. And that's where I found out about Space Ghost. And then I was like, oh yeah, he was from a cartoon originally, but they kind of are breathing new life into him. It's about the same time they were really just exploring and having a lot of fun with some of the old properties. So we also got like Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Just fun stuff like that. Like they're fully well aware of like the old 60s, 70s cartoon schlock, and they just fully embrace it and just spin off it from there. Alfonso stopping in saying, hey, well, what's up, Alfonso? Happy Friday. I bet one is a scroll. Why aren't scrolls in the game? Scrolls would be such an easy opportunity for like copious, incessant cannon fodder in this game. And I was convinced that a Super Scroll was going to be the prize for Legends for Act 6. Wound up being Diaper Man, but they had done key art for a Super Scroll. Like Kabam Mike, I think, still might have the Super Scroll as his character portrait on the forums. But, yeah, nothing yet. Maybe they were planning it, and then Marvel put the kibosh on it. It's like, yo, no. We got Skrulls in the Captain Marvel movie, so... Yeah, Ixnay on Skrulls, and then they never really did anything with Skrulls in the movie. So it's just like, oh, well, okay. But who knows? I mean, they've got a bunch of movies left to do. Maybe Skrulls will still wind up being villains. Or they may wind up painting it sympathetically like, Skrulls are good people, but there's this one guy, he's the Super Skrull, he's the bad guy. He's leading a group of other bad Skrulls. They're just blending in, causing mischief and shenanigans. So you need Nick Fury to come out of space retirement, because he's just floating around up there now, apparently, in a bathrobe and his PJs. Because they've lost all sense of respect for the character. That's what his show's gonna be. Nick Fury, Skrull Hunter. Bye-bye, Spidey. Brownie knows first 4-star and first 3-star. Very cool. Who are they? Mr. Amazing pulled a Nexus from the Premium, then a 3-star Doom from the 3-star Crystal, and then a 4-star Doom and the 4-star Hero Crystal, and then a Nick Fury from an Incursion Crystal. Well, dude, you just hit the luck jackpot right there. Each one of those just kept getting better and better. Big congrats. Big congrats. Just gave Marvel the entire plot for Phase 2. Nah, Phase 2 is going to be incorporating all the Sony stuff and the Fox stuff. I think they're actually secretly pretty thankful for having their stuff jumbled around, because it buys them extra time to keep moving around the chess pieces for what they want Phase 2 to be. So I mean, they're going to go hard on like multiverse stuff, which is cool, which is fun. And again, it's a race between DC to who can get the multiverse stuff out the fastest. Because I mean, DC TV already did multiverse with the Arrowverse stuff, but you know, as far as like big screen goes. Which I will say this, I think DC overall has the better shows in for streaming and on TV, between Arrow and Flash and all that. like overall, collectively, as a whole, Daredevil is still by far the best superhero show, though, in my humble opinion. Luke Cage season 1 was gold, Jessica Jones season 1 was gold, and then they just kept fumbling. And then almost mercifully just took the entire thing out back behind the barn and went to that big streaming service in the sky. Still optimistic they bring Charlie Cox back for Daredevil, though. First 3-star was Carnage. First 4-star was King Groot. Yeah, Cosmics and Spades. Nexus gave a Doc Ock Awakening or Blue Clops or Falcon. Took Doc Ock. That is not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Dang. It's not even 8:30 yet. That was the first yawn of the night. It's a bad sign, guys. I always say that. It is a bad sign. And then just keep going. Keep putting up points. Keep playing. Boink. 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 Come on, thank you. Oh, stop it. Ouch. Good lord. Well, there we go. Hitmonkey purifying debuffs like a champ. Appreciate that. Alright, this is going to be over super quick. Bye-bye, Sparkles. Sparkles is so much fun to fight with as a Mystic. All you gotta do is just punch into her block and she basically degens herself. One of these days, maybe this Sunday actually, instead of doing an arena stream, just play champs. Just learn somebody's kit. So like for the entire 2-hour stream, just be like, I'm just playing Carnage today. I'm figuring out how to play him, how to use his rotation, test out some synergies. I'm just playing a character. I think that'd be fun. Because there's so many champs here that, you know, you can play a champ, but you don't really know how to use a champ. Carnage would be one of those. Brung says, how do you get Professor X? Currently you can't. I got mine out of the early access crystal bundles a few weeks ago. A month ago at this point. And then he came out in Arena. He was in crystals. Then those crystals went away. Then Apocalypse came out. You could get him again as the sub-featured out of the Apocalypse crystals. And then those went away. So I don't think Professor X is coming back for a good while. Because I think this Sunday, since it's an off week, we're going to have the APOC and Red Goblin crystals again. So he probably won't be back until... well, no, you can get him in the feature crystal as a 5-star. So you get him as a... If you get the featured 5-star crystal, you got a chance to get a 5-star Professor X. All the other flavors, though, you can't get again until either the crystal comes back just for whatever reason, or he gets added to the basic pool, which probably is still a couple months out. Zappy, zappy, zap. A Taco Bell surprise. Mr. Amazing, but then the next day I got a troll roll from Nick to Electra and 4-star, then again, troll roll from Professor X to Quake. Ouch. I mean, yeah, I mean, Professor X would have been great as a new champ, but, you know, on Quake, on paper, is really good, too. I'm assuming you had Quake already, is why you say it. Professor X and Ebony Maw should have Floaty Man synergy. They introduced hashtag flying either last patch or I only just noticed it with the last patch. For champs that just hover. Like MODOK hovers, Doc Strange hovers, a couple other champs hover. Just because, for reasons. So whether or not they're going to do something with that, I don't know, but could be interesting if they did. Then it's going to just become straight up Pokemon. My flying type is good against this grass type. And this grass type is great against this water type. And then Namor is going to get in trouble. Master Doolittle stopping in. Thank you very much, bud. Thank you very much. Saying, let's go, Rob. Well, cheers. Cheers. Much appreciated for the 40 rupees. How are you doing this fine day? Give me just a sec. I want to put you up on the board here. That's so cool. Thank you so much, bud. Thank you so much. If I remember where my keys are on my keyboard. Much appreciated, bud. There we go. Awesome. Thank you again. And a very happy early weekend to you, too. That would just add a whole other element to the game, right? Like, there's enough rock, paper, scissors between, like, Cosmic is weak to Mystic, and Mystic is weak to Science. But then if it's also, like, Heavy Set or XL is weak to Floaty Light type, or Floaty Small champs. Heroes are weak to villains. Villains are weak to mercs. Mercs are weak to heroes. That sort of thing. That would just get to be very, very overwhelming. New node incoming hovercraft. Hashtag floaty. Floaty McFloaty champs. Phase during floating and gain X but lose Y. Yeah, I think so. Or they're immune to ground attacks or something like that. Be like Dodrio in the old Pokemon Stadium games, where it can fly, but it has no wings. So it's just all three of its heads just like spinning up like a helicopter. Master Doolittle saying, I hate fighting Yondu without a bleed immune champ. He's really annoying. He's really annoying. Because he's one of those champs where you have to constantly be on the offense for exactly that reason, because he can bleed you through a block. Especially if he winds up being on a node that either boosts his bleed damage or is like Mighty Charge or something where you can't parry him. It really makes me wish and hope for like that practice mode, right? Because like so much of this game is dependent on perfect play, and perfect play now includes like intercepting. Except like the game punishes you now for intercepting certain champs, which is so dumb. You know what I don't remember? Speaking of Yondu and his Yaka arrow, I don't remember for champs like Proxima. Since Proxima can parry the projectile arrow, if she still gets a bleed even though she does the parry. I don't remember. But then, I mean, also, Yondu is also especially annoying because you can't parry his initial medium attack. You gotta do a re-parry. So, you know, eat the bleed damage from the first parry and then re-parry so you get the stun. It's just a whole lot of extra hoops you gotta jump through. But I do wish you well fighting the Yondus of the world. But it gets better. It gets better. The more you fight, the better you get. But that bleed is... the more you fight, the better you get, but the bleeds are eternal. Especially if you aren't expecting a Yondu. Because like you got a little bit more fudge leeway in arena, right? Because you got 3 other people, and then you could also just choose not to fight a Yondu if the Yondu is the top profile pick for the arena squad. But it's always something. Lewis stopping in saying, "Good night, Rob." Well, good night back at you. Hope everything is finding you well here this fine Friday evening. It's still weird to say that it's Friday evening. Feels like this week is just... should just be getting started sometimes. Sometimes. At the other time, it's like, good lord, Monday was like ages ago. But I guess that's still kind of life now. The COVID life. Thoughts on the 5-star Rolk cutoff? Well, okay, so Red Goblin, second round, wound up going for about 45 mil, I think. So I'm going to speculate that Rolk, being an old champ, probably in the low 30s, maybe? Low mid 30s? Possibly. I mean, whichever way it does wind up going, if you already have him and you're looking just for extra SIGs, yeah, I mean, just if you got time to put up the points, but don't spend units on it. Or if it's if you're looking to get the champ for the first time, definitely keep going. Definitely keep going. Again, like I said, the cutoff for the brand new Red Goblin was about 45, so I'd be shocked if Red Hulk wound up going higher. Nice thing is that now that arena is back to normal, 45 mil is much more attainable than it was a week ago. Excellent. I think the real test is going to come next week with Space Ghost. Because everybody's going to want a Space Ghost. Especially if the cutoff is, they think is 45. But that one may wind up dipping into old cutoff territory. 60 mil plus. Come on. There we go. But we'll see. We'll see. It's still going to take another few weeks for all the dust here to settle, and then we'll know. Still do speculate that 6-star arena is going to be right around the corner. If not this year, then early next year. Same with the Thronebreaker crystals. So, I mean, speaking of which, we're about a week and change, almost 2 weeks into the upgrades for everything, with the new side quests and whatnot, and especially with the new solo supreme daily crystals, whatever it's called. Anyway, how are you guys liking it with having 3-star generic Sig Stones and Milestones and 4-star generic Sig Stones and Milestones? I've been loving it, personally. I'm going to jump on that one and just say I personally, I really enjoy it. But I do foresee all my 4-stars getting maxed out here within the next month and change. Because between the new Supreme Solo Crystals, between the Milestones, and then just having a couple in my inventory already, I think 4 stars are looking pretty good sig-wise. How much would you pay to see an animated Batman and Space Ghost team up? Take my money. I'm surprised that, like, well, if they were going to do a team up like that, I would have really liked to have seen it for, like, Batman Brave and the Bold. Back when that was still on. Because that would have been, I think, one of the perfect formats for Space Ghost. Where it's still super cartoony and fun, with just enough seriousness to tie it all together. But I'd like to see that. I really would. Cheers. Now, also what I needed to do is do a little bit of homework. Because I've heard that they wound up bringing back the Phantasm in Batman. Phantasm was the villain of the film Mask of the Phantasm, which came out well before Batman Begins. So, I mean, it's been out for a good long while. But up until that point, it was by far the best Batman on film, hands down. Fun story, fun telling, fun angle. Plus, I mean, you had Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy in peak Batman Joker form. And it was nice to see a serious take on Batman on film, and not like the camp that was in the movies at the time. But I'm pretty sure that, again, like I said, that they've brought Phantasm back. Now, whether or not she's the exact same as she was in the film, or if they've like either modernized or retconned her origin, I don't know, but it'd be pretty cool to see. Kick. Punch. Punch. I have a poster card from the Mr. Freeze special signed by Bruce Timm somewhere. Very nice. Heart of Ice. Heart of Ice? No. Heart of Ice was the first episode with Mr. Freeze. Sub-Zero, I think, was the movie. Which is also pretty fun, too. Because that was still the original animation style. But was Robin Nightwing yet? Or is Robin still Robin? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that one. Because I don't think that they had Dick Grayson as Nightwing in the old animation. It wasn't until the new animated series that they switched it over. I saw that they've got that on Blu-ray. I saw that at Target the other day for like 60, 70 bucks, something like that. It's tempting. It's very tempting. Or get, was it DC Online or whatever, and I'm sure it's all there too. Whatever the DC subscription service is. It's like I would, but I don't need like 13 different streaming services. I'm good. I'm good with like the 4 or 5 I have right now. But, I mean, these clowns, though, they're like, hey, you know, you're not going to pay for cable? Well, everybody and their uncle is going to have a streaming service, and now instead of paying for cable, you're paying for all those different... Wow, okay. Alright, so first crash of the night. Usually that crash either happens right before or right after a match. It's the first time I've seen one crash mid-match, so that's unfortunate. Now we get to do that fight all over again. Yay! Not that it's a hard fight, it's just a vanilla fight. I wound up having to take suicides off because AQ is running, and I'm running a very unfriendly AQ suicide team. So that just makes all these arena fights just a little bit slower. Do you guys do that? Turn, switch around your masteries depending on whether AQ or AW is up? Seems to happen to me a lot more than I care to admit. But then again, I'm also of the mindset where I'm tired of having to spend units to reset my masteries. Cost to unlock mastery should have just been up front, and then whenever you want to turn them on or turn them off, you can just turn them on and turn them off. You don't have to pay to turn them on and off again, on top of the initial unlock fee. So yeah, I've earned these units. And I bought this thing with my units. Greedy. Greedy, greedy, greedy. Yoink. Come on. There we go. So what's new, guys? What's the latest? What's the greatest? What's going on? What do you got going on this weekend? Fadil stopping in, saying good morning from Indonesia. It's 11 a.m. here. Well, very good morning to you. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. What am I doing? Do this, this, and this. Awesome. Nah, no doom fight. That's not fun either. Hate sandbag fights. Do that, and do that, and there we go. All I gotta do is just block, and the dude just knocks out. Now the fun fight starts. Now the fun fight. Boink, yoink. Stop and do this. Do that. Do this. Boink. Stop it. Stop it. No. Oh, also, while I think of it, because I'm super curious, now that Arena has gone back to the way it used to be, are you guys finding that getting the initial streak has gone back to being harder than it was for the few days? Or is it more straightforward, or somewhere in the middle? Ouch, 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 ouch. Stop it. Come on. Come on. So I'd have to say, for me, it's gone back to being a bit more difficult, which is a little annoying, but at the same time, if that's the trade-off, like 15 difficult fights and then the rest is just straightforward, I guess I'm okay with that. I guess. Twist my arm. I guess. Is that gonna do it? Yeah. Excellent. Timeout stretch. Alright, I'm back. Straightforward for you? Yeah. Just the way it should be. Straightforward. That, and honestly, I mean, they've had the same formula for 5 years at this point. And yeah, it might be challenging, and you might wind up getting some pretty difficult matchups, but the formula for how that works has been consistent. Might not be the easiest or the best way to do it, but it's been consistent nevertheless. If they keep moving things around, then it's going to be confusing, and you're never going to know what to expect. Boink. And then I think everybody would be grumpy. Sandbag a bit, and then you're set. Yep. It's one of the really good ways to do it. And that's the nice thing about the infinite streak too, is that there are several different ways to get it. You can either sandbag, you can just run all your best champs till you get to the streak, and then still play smart, but then you definitely got it. Ouch. Ouch. Or like me, still do it like the old-fashioned way, where just use 4 stars the entire time. Not the best way, not the fastest way, but you know what? I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. Uh-oh. Okay. Only one incinerate. That's good. Come on. Thank you. Do that. And kick. Awesome. factors. Makes me really nervous whenever they add a new arena. Because I'm assuming whenever they add the new arena, the 3-star arena is going to go away. Only because that's what wound up happening with the quests, right? There's no easy quest anymore. Now that 3 stars are in milestones, kind of almost defeats the purpose for having a full arena dedicated to 3 stars. So I think that's how they're gonna do it. Take away the 3-star arena, add the 6-star arena, but getting the infinite streak for the 6-star arena, not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having a 6-star, having the option for a 6-star arena. I think the cutoff's gonna be like top 80, top 75, something like that, instead of top 150, which is gonna be nonsense. But I have a hunch that's what it might be, just to really like push the competitive factor. But the fact that you can get a given 6-star champ reliably, provided you got the time and the refreshes and the points, that's something, at least. Come on. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. And kick and punch. Well, that did jack diddly squat. And there we go. Karnak finally pulling through. Lewis says, mine, first 5 fights, 3 level 1 5 stars, fight 6 to 10, 2 level 2 5 stars, 1 level 1 4 star, fight 11 to 20, 2 rank 5s, and 1 level 1 4 star. Fight 21, start bringing my 6 stars. I've got a slightly different setup for the first 20 fights, but yeah, as soon as you hit that 20th win, then it's open season for the 6s. Tigra for the win. Did you guys see that video on Reddit earlier? Of a Tigra taking out a rank 3 stubborn thing boss in AW? That's pretty mad. Plus, she came out with like a third of her health still, too. The rest of it lost to chip damage by blocking, but still, that was a wonderful display of the character. Hey, Platinum Pool. You can start seeing a lot more of these guys in Arena, I'm sure. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Which reminds me, to remind you guys that there is still a Platinum Pool Arena coming up later on this month. I think next week? No, the 28th, they said, right? Which I think is 28th, 29th? So not next week, but the following week. They're going to have the Platinum Pool piece as part of arenas. So if you're, 1 to 5% or something like that, or top 300. Some, I don't know. Top prize, you get 2 selectors. Second set of prizes, you get 1 selector. So if you're shy a couple of pieces of Platinum Pool and you don't mind grinding out some arena, it's probably the best way to do it. And then that's gonna be it. They had the torso available as an offer. They had the legs available as an offer. And then they're gonna have the arena, but that's it for Platinum Pool for the year. I mean, I'm sure at some point they're just gonna sell all the different pieces together as part of like some bundle or something, but probably won't be for. I'm assuming probably won't be for a while. Yo, what's up, Lefty? Saying, did you get Red Guardian or Space Ghost? I got both. I lucked out. I got both. Wound up grinding for a Red Goblin twice in Arena. I got him both times, most fortunately. And then super lucked out with Space Ghost out of the early access crystals, which was absolutely wonderful. Still got the level up and gameplay video coming out for Space Ghost next week. It's one of the many projects that's collecting dust and cobwebs in my editing bay. Yoink. Come on. And heavy attack. Just incessant heavy spams. And network issues. Don't you love how his hand clips through the bottom of the barrel? I do. Fun times. Like, Design stopping in. Saying, what up, brother? What up, what up? What's good? Happy Friday. Thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure seeing you. Hope the day has found you well. But just based on like some early gameplay and testing that I've done, Space Ghost very much lives up to the hype and the reputation that he's starting to build up. Can't speak at all to like his abilities being nerfed or whatnot. That sounds like all of that was just done on the CCP side of things before he got released. But just playing the version that I got, like the final in-game version, yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. Have I seen Seaton's Space Ghost Rank 3 6-star vid? Some crazy damage. I have. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. Although I will say this, and it's somewhat related, somewhat unrelated. Like, those kind of damage output videos are absolutely nuts. But, I don't know, for me, like, some of the videos that I would like to make are for more, like, the realistic rank ups, you know? Because it's cool to see, like, all the big yellow numbers that a 6-star rank 3 can get, but since those are virtually impossible, or extremely difficult to get currently, and even if you get a 6-star rank 3, getting several is immensely difficult. You're never going to see that cycle, that damage output in-game for a long time. Plus, it's a 6-star rank 3. Of course, the damage by itself is going to be pretty big. I want to see like a 5-star rank 4 or like a 6-star rank 1. You know, something that is still going to be difficult to get, but if you do wind up getting the 5 or 6-star version, that's probably most likely where the character is going to stay for a while until you get the rank up materials. I want to see what that champ can do. Like the one that I would actually wind up realistically being able to get. Lefty. No, 5-star. 5-star Space Ghost. Which I'm actually really okay with. I'd love a 6-star, obviously. But I'm actually more than happy with the 5. Because I'm able to... I can wake up the 5-star and add SIGs to him. 6-star would be unawakened for ages. 5-star I can actually do something with. So is that 10 mil? Sitting at 10 mil right now? Getting there. Almost got that spicy 3-star Red Hulk milestone. I suppose that is kind of the silly downside of having 3 stars as milestones. It's like, hey, you've got 1 extra SIG level on Red Hulk. No max SIG. You can't get a max SIG crystal out of it. But there you go. That super spicy 3-star Red Hulk. You got it, Lewis. You got it. Believe me, that's at the top of my to-do list. It's still fun to show the damage output of champs that I have, right? So like the Elsa video at 6-star rank 3, and then also forthcoming, the Storm Pyramid X damage showcase at rank 3. I mean, same excuse, like same reason, like it. For most people, or 99.9% of the player base, having a Storm X at rank 2 and being able to take her to rank 3 is not something most people are looking at, but by and large, yeah, the more realistic damage output would be, I think, for me, I'd enjoy watching it, and I'd enjoy making it. Just need to find a little bit of breathing space to be able to shoot and edit. It's on the to-do list. I'll get around to it. Oh, that was probably a mistake. Please don't ruin me. Please don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Zappy, 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 zap. Well, provided I don't do a special attack, it should be okay. Yeah. Speaking of also damage output videos, I've seen people put in a lot of good work with Carnage with the new Red Goblin synergy. And Carnage is one of those champs that I've just paid absolutely no mind to. Like I also hopped on the bandwagon for Venom, and it's like, oh yeah, Carnage is getting a buff, that's nice. But look at Venom though. Now people are actually, rightly so by the look of it, saying like, hey yo, Carnage is pretty cool in his own right. So I want to jump in and see for myself. Mr. Amazing coming back. Well, very nice to have you back. We were just talking about realistic damage showcases, how that would be useful. And also just mindlessly punching into Stealthy's block here. A little of this, a little of that. You know the drill. Excuse me. Alright, so who do we got still? We got Rocket, Storm, and let's throw Gilly up there. Let's see what Gilly can do. I like all those things. I like all those things. Uh-oh, stop it. Stop it. See if I push her past 2 bars of... Oh, never mind. Never mind, I was too slow. I was like, I wonder if by pushing her to 2 bars of power and throwing a special one, that would be enough to do it. For the KO. Boink. Lewis asked, do you play the prestige rank up game or rank up for fun mainly? Unfortunately, I have to do both. Unfortunately, I have to do both. So I'm not a big fan of AW, but I am a big fan of AQ, and AQ necessitates that you play the prestige game. So the way I try and do it is that the first big rank up I do is a prestige option for a class, and then the second one is for fun. So my first big skill rank up was Thor Ragnarok, and my second and third one were more for fun, Stealth Spidey and then Elsa. Mystic's the same way. Doom went up first for prestige, even though I kind of really like Clairvoyant better as a better realistic utility option. So by the time I finally do get enough Mystic shards to be able to take her up, she's going up next. Sparkles is a prestige option. Torch is a prestige option. But with all those different prestige options already, then when I had the mutant to rank up, I was like, you know what? I could do Sunspot, I could do Namor for prestige, but I want to have some fun. I want to have some fun. It's not that they're bad champs, and honestly, it's not that any of my prestige rank up champs have been bad champs. They're all fun to play in their own right. Thor Ragnarok included. But Storm X, I couldn't not take her up. She's just too darn much fun to play. You run Map 7 Alliance? Yeah. Map 7 all 5 days. I like it. I really like it. And fortunately, with the new modifiers and boosted classes and switching out bosses and whatnot, that makes it a bit more fun. Keep the monotony away for a bit. But the rewards and the prizes are really nice. The glory you get is really nice. Plus, with the honor rewards, you get a 10% tier 5 CC every week, which is also very nice. In addition to all the map 7, map 6 crystals you get. So the rewards relative to the stress that you put in is exceptional. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so let's see. We got this, we got this. 6-star Rolk. Just because we got Rolk and Spades this week. I guess. I guess I'll do it this way, I suppose. But honestly, kind of stemming off of all of that, unless you play extremely high-end AQ, or you want to play extremely high-end AQ, rank up for fun. That's the only thing Prestige is good for, is AQ placement. Everything else is just dumb. I mean, or unless just being high up on an imaginary leaderboard here is important to you. But as far as like actual benefit for in-game things, it's just AQ. Otherwise, just rank up for fun, whoever you like. Because so many of the best champs in the game aren't even remotely close to being good Prestige options. Like, look how everybody is flipping for Scarlet Witch and OG Wolverine. Terrible Prestige. Super fun and useful to play, though. Same with Quake. And honestly, Beardo at this point, too. Colossus is terrible Prestige-wise. Magneto is terrible Prestige-wise. But they're fun to play. Integral stopping in, saying, yo! Well, big yo back at ya. Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Always a pleasure. What's new? First Abyss run gave me a Mystic Tier 5 CC, so 6-star Unduped Doom went up. It's a good choice. His Awaken ability is nice, but is not at all necessary to run Doom successfully, so. And then you pull a 6-star Surfer and then duped him. Good lord, your luck is off the charts. Off the charts. Plus, right there between those two, that's 2 of your 5 Prestige options right there. So maybe I'll consider moving into a Map 7 Alliance. Yeah. I always recommend it. I always encourage it. It's just whatever the happy balance is for you between playing and having fun and then playing because you feel obligated or it becomes a job. Because that's the last thing anybody wants, is for this game, this fun game, to become laborious. And if, you know, it gets to that point or anything else like that, then it's not really worth it much at that point. Slagger is saying the only Prestige I care about is my membership in the Society of Exceptional People. SEP. SOEP. Society of Exceptional People. Oh, that reminds me, I totally forgot to call the Illuminati about my Prestige. Best get on that, man. Send a note to Doc Strange. He's Illuminati, apparently. How are you going to send it, though? I mean, do they have, like, a post office box that they just collect their mail at, or just send it to the home address? Or just, like, write on the envelope, the Illuminati. Just stick it in the mailbox and they can figure it out. I mean, all these options assume that you just, you know, send communications via snail mail. Speaking of which, when was the last time anybody here, and this isn't a joke, it's not a setup, I'm genuinely curious, when was the last time any of you guys out there got something like a letter in the mail that was actually like something nice that someone sent? Not a bill, not junk mail, not like the umpteenth credit card offer, but like, hey, you know, so-and-so, or like, hey, aunt so-and-so, or uncle so-and-so, or niece or nephew, this, that, and the other, like, sent you a card in the mail. Because Because I will say this, and it really is me getting to be old and old-fashioned. I love getting text messages randomly from friends. I like getting emails randomly from family. But I like it like 100 times better getting like a physical, tangible thing in the mail that someone took the time to write and send. Like that little bit extra effort is so much more greatly appreciated. I can only tell you how I communicate with them if you show me your card. See, that's a trick question. There is no membership card. It's a tattoo. Except I don't think I was supposed to say that part, so I think I'm setting myself up for some trouble, but that's the test. That's the test. It's like a secret handshake, you know? I feel like the Illuminati would have some like Hogwarts style shenanigans to get into like the main Illuminati assembly hall. You just throw some flue powder in the fireplace and you just like teleport there. Or like the Illuminati version of it. Alright, let's get the rest of this loot here. Let's get that spicy Sig 1 3-star Red Hulk. Aw, yeah. That does absolutely nothing for me. I mean, it's a free champ. I shouldn't complain. I am because I'm a jerk, but I shouldn't complain. Alrighty. So, finally made it through all the 6s. Finally starting in on some of the 5s. I'm already halfway through the grind. More than halfway through the grind. Feeling good, guys. Feeling really good. Blink. Boink. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Hey. You're not unblockable. Shouldn't be. How'd you hit me? Can I trade in two stars and a 1-star for a 5-star? If that 2-star is a 2-star Elsa Bloodstone, I'd trade you. I'd trade you. Oh, speaking of which, I may wind up doing like a PSA on Twitter or something later on, but in my humble opinion, we got 2 options for those Monster and Hunter crystals. We got the Grandmaster option and we got the regular vanilla reason. Or vanilla crystal, right? So you could go for trying to get a 5-star out of those, or you could try and get a 2-star out of those, depending on which crystal you go for. I think most people are going to wind up trying to go for the 5, but me personally, I'd much rather go for the exclusive 2-stars. You know, the crystal that has like the 70% drop rate to get the exclusive character, as opposed to the crystal that has like the, what, 1% chance to get a 5-star. I just like those odds better. Hopefully get me a 2-star Elsa. Speaking of which, I should probably spin one out just for kicks. I haven't yet, but I got some shards and that could be fun, right? Am I going for all 3 Rolks? I am going for no Rolk. I'm just going for the 1 to 5%. It's I already got Red Hulk as a 5-star. I already have him awakened. I'm not going to use him for anything, so I'm good. I'm going to save the one of those 300 spots for somebody else who hopefully can. Alright, but I did say one of the regular Monster and Hunter crystals. How many of these can I get? I can get a few. Is it 20 or something I could get right now? 21 so far. I'll just get one. And here we go. Sweet. So I'm hoping for some of the exclusive 2-stars. Highest on the wish list is a 2-star Elsa Bloodstone. Love a 2-star Tigra. 2-star Void. Those would all be new. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. Elsa right there, front and center. But that's not good. The game knows. Game knows who I want. Hey, G-Sing stopping in saying, hey, Rob. Well, hey, back at you. Good to see you. Saying I'm way too late? Nah, just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. Still got plenty of stream here left to do. I'm just opening up a 2-star crystal for kicks. There's my Elsa. There goes my Elsa. It's a 2-star Venom the Duck. I already got him. Oh, well. I've thrown a bunch of SIGs on him, too. Alright, well, there's that. I'm going to keep on saving some of those shards. How do you get shards? I forget. Are they milestones? I love those. You get 3 generic 4-star SIGs. And then a generic 5-star SIG. So handy. Speaking of which, the 7-hour event just ended. So I'm refreshing the game to see if the new event is being teased. I'd very much like a class rank up event, because, like I was saying, speaking of those SIG stones, the class rank up event would be pretty nice to put some of those to good use. No, it must have just ended. Alright, oh well. Get to it later. Can I move here yet? Nope. Arena it is. Really though, where do you get those monster crystals from? I have no idea. I don't pay close attention. I should. I don't, but I should. Because I was just wondering, it's like, are these 21 the only ones I'm going to be able to get? Or because there's like 18 days left, I can potentially double that. What is the point of the game if you've already beat everything? The point is to just mess around and have fun. Some people, it really just depends. It depends what you yourself are drawn to in the game, right? If you think the characters are cool, but you're really interested in just the content, yeah, I would assume you'd be pretty bored with the game right now. If you enjoy playing the game for the characters and like the content is just something cool you can do with them, but there's other stuff you can do too, then it's not bad at all. You still get to play your favorite characters. If you like to gamble, i.e., some people who like to just drop huge fat stacks of cash trying to get characters just so they can say they have the character, they're always going to have something to do there. Me personally, my draw is I love the characters. I love the champs. I love all the different abilities and synergies and the cool stuff that they can do. And so long as they keep doing stuff like that, I'm hooked. I'm sold. They should wait 2 years and then release 3 acts. Nah, there'd be a mutiny. people would get super bored. And then, even just say they did wait all that time and release 3 acts at once, you'd have the clowns trying to race and finish it ASAP. Like, wait 2 years and then have all that stuff done in a weekend. Hey. Stop it. Stop it, Gilly. I don't appreciate that. Don't appreciate the cloak either. Not one bit. And no power for you. Special me, please. Thank you. Just waste so much time waiting for that stupid cloak to come off a cooldown. Or to go on cooldown, I should say. Right, get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, even though ABC never went through with the Elsa show, she may show up on Disney Plus. They have a Blade and Moon Knight series on the horizon, right? Midnight Suns. I'd be down. Weren't they talking about Elsa a couple months ago? Like they were either looking at her, if not for her own show, but to be like a character in somebody else's. I vaguely remember that. How is she still alive? Actually, yeah, I think that's what it was. That she would, she'd be one of the B characters on one of those shows. Either way, I'm down. See what they wind up doing with her. Either which way, even if it's absolutely terrible, still is not going to change my opinion of her as a character in this game. Because she's pretty awesome here. I honestly, I know nothing else about her comics-wise. I just know that in this game, she's pretty cool. Oh, like a Buffy? Well, horror-ish. That's funny. Horror-ish, and the first thing I say is Buffy. But like a Buffy format, I could see. Horror-ish could be interesting. They haven't had a lot of success with that, or haven't had a great track record so far. First time for everything, though. Or I should say DC hasn't had a great track record. Because they canceled Man-Thing, supposedly. And Marvel has New Mutants, which I guess was supposed to be horror-ish. It's just that it never really panned out that way. You got a troll roll from a Nexus to another Nexus? Or like a from one flavor Nexus to a lower flavor Nexus. Either way, it's a Nexus, I guess. That's something. That's something. I have yet to see anything MCU that is terrible. Check out Midnight Suns sometime. Interesting comic. She's in a later incarnation, I think. Yeah, I mean, with the exception of the Inhumans as being like the one MCU complete failure. Yeah, they've got a pretty good track record so far. I think Thor Dark World is most everybody's lowest points of entry in the MCU. Iron Man 2 gets a lot of hate, but I actually really like Iron Man 2. Like, the story is second to just the characters just hamming around for 2 hours. Like, if the dialogue in the Avengers movies and, like, the various different characters interacting with each other was your favorite part of the Avengers movies, then you should love Iron Man 2. because that's all that movie is. It's just the characters just riffing off each other. And, oh yeah, Whiplash is here too, but mainly it's just the characters. Iron Man 3 is the worst MCU movie. Yeah, I'd give you that. Like, I wish that they would have done more with the Extremis. Like, they introduced it in Iron Man 3, and then they kind of picked it up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a little bit, but you shouldn't have to watch a TV show to see a continuation of a plot thread. And then they kind of just resolved it. And then Guy Ritchie was Mandarin. And then he blew up all his suits, and then he built all the suits over again for some reason. Not the most coherent entry, I'll say that much. Inhumane. Yeah. Hey, let's take this character who has like living, moving hair, and before the audience even knows that that's her thing, let's just completely shave her, so we don't have to spend the money on animation. And yeah, this is gonna work. It's our multi-million-dollar idea. It's gonna go for 7 seasons and a movie tie-in. It's gonna be gold. I guarantee it. I mean, hopefully they wind up coming back to Inhumans again at some point, but probably not. Probably not. It'll be interesting to see how they tie in mutants into the MCU. Just because they've already made like a conscious effort to steer away from saying that mutants exist. So you have like, because like Wanda isn't a mutant, she's just a regular person who's been enhanced. Same with Quicksilver. So I wonder if it's like, oh yeah, you were enhanced, but you were enhanced because you were actually a mutant. Surprise. Also, your dad is Magneto. Surprise. Wonder how they're gonna retcon that too. Also, how they're gonna like spin Magneto, because they're gonna have to give Magneto a new origin. Because like he would be too old to have gone through the things that he went through in like pre-World War II. He'd be way too old. Yo, what's up, bro? Hey there, hi there. How are you? Not able to hear you very well, and my system volume is full. Well, could be a number of things. I'm going to say most likely it's because I'm just not talking very well into my extremely finicky mic. So I'm sorry for that. But then, just for my own sake, for everybody else, are you guys, is it the same thing for you guys too? One of these days. One of these days, I'm saving up for a like a Blue Yeti mic or something. Just increase the production value just a little bit. Like this works. This is a great mic for right now, and especially great considering how much I paid for it. But I do realize that at some point I'm gonna need to upgrade. We'll get there. We'll get there. Iron Man 3 wasn't good per se, but I just like the movies. I don't care. Play them in the background while I do other stuff. Kind of like the way I love some MCOC champs who everyone else doesn't. Yeah, I get that, Slag. I get that. And those kind of movies are always fun too. Like the ones you can just put on and just have play and enjoy, but do other stuff too as well, you know. You could watch Winter Soldier again for the umpteenth time. Still one of my favorites. Not sure if I would say it's my favorite anymore. My favorite. But it's right up there. Like at the time, I would say it probably was one of my favorites. But in retrospect, seeing as what they wound up doing with the rest of Cap's arc, the whole pivot with Sharon Carter is a little unnecessary now at this point. But it does look like we're getting a good bit more Sharon Carter in Falcon and Winter Soldier, so that's cool. I mean, as a way to introduce a new character, I suppose that's cool, but bit of a superfluous tangent otherwise. Come on, Blade. Come on, Blade. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Pew, pew, pew. The spinny, spinny, pew, pew attack. It's amazing how many champs in this game have one of those. Hey, Brawling's back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Just in time. I'm quaking in Emma. Just for practice. Almost. Almost perfect. Almost. One block to it. Almost at it. I was starting to get worried, Brian. Starting to worry I was going to have to send out a search party. And we collectively as the YouTube audience would have to go out and figure out what happened to you. Starting to get the search party going, starting to coordinate. Call in the National Guard maybe, just to be on the safe side, but thankfully now I can tell them to stand down. We got it sorted, we got it under control. Come on. Come on, Sentinel. Come on. Do that. Do that. Do that. Come on. Be enough. Be enough. Son of a gun. Now you just sit and watch and wait. It's nice that so many of the special 3 attacks are like look cool or look interesting. But like if you can put your device down, get a drink, do a couple other things, and still have time to pick up your device before it ends, maybe the special 3 is just a little too long. Come on. Come on. Get out of here. Goodness. He broke, but he was alive. He's like a lizard. His arm pops off and then another one grows right where it used to be. It's pretty amazing what Sentinels can do these days. Wouldn't that be great if that's how most robotics work? Oh yeah, I lost my flibberty gibbet, but don't worry, the machine just grew it back, so we're good. Stop it. Special me, please. Special me, please. Thank you. I love Gilly, but until she's ramped up, her damage. Yo, Black Panther stopping in saying, "Yo, Rob, sorry I'm late. Happy Friday." Hey, no worries at all. We're still going. We're still going. Good to see you, though. Real good to see you. Happy Friday back at you. Hope the day has found you well, and hope the weekend here coming up is a good one. Hey! That's right, just call me the Fonz. The real Black Panther has arrived. What's up, Ivo? I've been playing this game for 3 years, and my roster is trash. If only there was no RNG. Yeah. Like, with all the Nexus stuff that they're introducing, it's nice. But it's still pretty solid RNG. Same with those dual class crystals. Like, the only thing in the game that isn't RNG driven is Arena. If you put up a whole boatload of points, you are guaranteed to get the champ. But, you know, it's the biggest, sloggiest chunk of content in the game, too. So that's the rub. I started this game in 2020. Yep, an MCOC youngin'. Pew, pew, and dropkick. Big v big. Go big or go home. They go mono e mono. I'm guessing Brahing the big one's gonna win. That's my guess. Knifey knifey shooty. It's the name of the game in a nutshell. Knifey knifey shooty. Black Panther says, what champion have I never used? I've used everybody at some point for Arena, so I've played everybody at least once. But, like, probably Diablo, I'd say. Just off the top of my head. There's a few, but Diablo for sure. Who I've taken up to, like, rank 3, I think. But I just don't play. I don't play. I've got no reason to. There's, like, every Mystic champion in the game is more fun to play than he is. So I've got him, and he's there for synergies and whatnot, but yeah, I don't touch him. Alrighty, guys, this unfortunately brings us to the 5-minute warning. Now, what is the 5-minute warning? Well, the 5-minute warning is just almost exactly that. Just going to run through another round of Arena here, and then starting to sign off. So, let's see who else is streaming here, huh? See if we can't get a raid going as well.
So that went a lot better.
All right, go raid a PC. People's Champ, friend of the channel. So it's cool when he gets to stop in and say howdy, and it's always nice to get to return the favor. So she should be able to parry, yeah, parry Mordo effectively. One of the reasons I love Storm. Oh, well played. Haven't used APOC or Dragon Man because I don't have either of them. Well, I mean, that would be a pretty good reason why. Be a pretty good reason why. Stream was 108 minutes. Yeah, something like that. Not a bad run, if I do say so myself. Come on, fireman. Thank you. Boink. Come on. Thank you. Come on, dude. Come on. Pretty sure Mephisto's gonna be the next champ. So we got Space Ghost next week, and I'm assuming Mephisto after that. Because there's no reason why he shouldn't. Like, his mug is all over this month's event. Oh wow, I'm almost KO'd. Boink. I will remind you for some special attacks and warnings. Oh, well, thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And my Elsa here is not running double edge, so this fight is going to be, like all the rest of the fights, is going to be much slower. However, it's still Elsa, so bye-bye, Simbi. Alright, there we go, guys. There we go. So, here is the link to PC's stream. Gonna go under the moniker Rob Von Raid. Hope to see you guys over there. I'm gonna be stopping in myself in a sec. But I do want to say a big thank you to everybody here who's been hanging out the last almost couple hours. It's always a pleasure getting to chat with you guys, and it's a highlight of doing the streams here. So kudos to you. Do plan on doing another stream same time tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we can catch up and talk more then. If you haven't already, if you would kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, because all that stuff does help me out immensely, and I do very much appreciate it. But until next time, everybody, take care, talk soon, stay safe, and be well, everyone. Bye for now.